Assalamu alaikum. In the last video, we learned how to make map picker screen, but we forgot to add error message to show to the user if there's any issues with the permission or with the service stats. And also, we forgot to add retry button to avoid forcing the user to leave the screen and get back to update the status. So let's dive in and learn how we can do that. Okay. To add the message that we show in the intro, we have to go to the file map picker screen, okay? And in this file, we're gonna add a few things. The first thing that we need to add is a string nullable value. It's called message. And in the case of the service is not enabled, we just have to add value to the message variable. And we're gonna equal it to service is not enabled. And don't forget to put it inside setState function to make it rebuild the UI and show the message to the user. Then we will go to the second if condition. And the second if condition, if the permission is equal to denied. We're gonna add the same function, but we gonna write permission is not granted. And we're gonna duplicate this in the case of the permission is denied or denied forever. And in the last case, if the location fetched successfully or determined successfully, so we're gonna equal it to null. So now we need to modify the if condition of loading functionality. So if the user location equal null and message equal null, that means it's still loading. And then we're gonna check if the message don't equal null. And in this case, we're gonna show the center widget and inside a text widget, and that text widget contain the message, and we're gonna add null check on that. And then we're gonna wrap the text widget inside column widget, and to make it in the center of screen, we're gonna change the main axis alignment to center. And to test that, we just turn off the location and we back to the app, and then after it navigate us to the settings and back to the app, it's gonna show the error message that tell us service is not enabled. Now we need button to allow the user to retry, and we're gonna add elevated button. We're gonna make an empty function, and inside the child, we're gonna add text widget. We will type retry. And inside the onPressed function, we're gonna call the initial state. And once we press on retry button, it's gonna go to the initial state, which is contain the get user location function. And that function, it's to check all the settings, the service if it's not enabled, and also if the permission is denied, and if the permission is denied or denied forever. And lastly, if the user location fetched successfully, it's gonna equal the message to null, and it's not gonna show this message. And in this way, it's working perfectly. If we just press on retry, that's gonna navigate to the settings screen, and then we'll go back, everything fine. Now, if the user location is not fetched successfully, we have to hide the big location because the location is gonna be null, and we can't show null value in the text. So we're gonna add this condition. If the user location don't equal null, we're gonna show the elevated button. Else we're gonna show empty sized box in this way. In this way, we can't pick location when the user location is null. So now we just need to add some white space between the button and the error message text. So we'll scroll up a little bit, and we're gonna add sized box with the height at 20. And this white space is gonna make the message readable and easier. And now the app don't force the user to leave the screen and back again. Once you edit the settings and go back to the app, you just can hit retry again. Everything will work fine. And thank you.